We're not recording. Just hit one.
You hitting our intro?
Yeah, we will. Let me just hit one real quick. Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
I'm just making sure. I'm anxious. That's enough. We discovered that other part earlier. Well. Looks like we're doing this again.
We're back.
We're back for episode 2 of the Team BK podcast.
It's our first guest, Tristan Montera.
T. Monty. Before we get into him, say what's up.
What's up?
Don't let me cut you off here. We did have a podcast out. Was going to be out Tuesday. I'm not tech savvy, so I kind of messed up with the audio. It happens. We're human. We're going to throw that one out there for you guys because, honestly, I was a little disappointed. It was a really good podcast. It should have been thrown out.
Yeah, good like recording with us. Good little conversation. Just bad audio quality. So we'll throw it out there. Watch it. Don't watch it. It's got some of the same stuff as the first episode, just kind of introductory.
It's really good stories. It sounds like we're in a Zoom meeting, so it's like, we'll throw it out just for shits and gigs. But yeah, today we have our first guest on the podcast. We have Mr. Tristan Montera, our third roommate of 4. He is the yin to our yang, the peanut butter to our jelly. He is our sweet king.
But there's 3 of us.
Yeah, that didn't make any
sense.
sense.
That doesn't make sense.
That's why I said R. Me and him are one.
We're yin, you're yang.
Oh, okay. Am I
one.
jelly or peanut butter?
What do you want to be?
You know what you are. You're peanut
I'll take
butter.
Peanut butter.
You're peanut butter.
Jelly fan.
Yeah, that's not you.
That's not me.
Jelly
That's
fan.
not me.
Well, Tristan, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, I guess we'll just. Oh no, I have a story.
I'm about to say you got a story.
Shoot.
Oh wait, well, yeah, we'll get Tristan's take on it. If you guys want to watch the other podcast, I little plug real quick. I told the story to Bax to get his opinion on it, but now I want yours.
Okay.
So the other day, chopping up potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Making some dinner. The day before, me and Baxter obviously hit Taco Bell.
Oh, of course.
Go figure. That would happen.
Yeah. And you were chefing it up like normal.
Yeah, but this is the next day. So obviously I can't finish my Taco Bell.
Obviously. You never finish anything.
Because I don't finish my food.
Yeah.
So I have a half-eaten burrito supreme and 1 bite taken out of a Crunch Wrap.
Did you take the bite out of it?
I took the bite.
Oh, okay. At least you took the bite out
I took the bite out. So that's what I have. That's what's in my bag right now.
Okay.
Chopping up potatoes, right? I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to make some potatoes.
Just straight potatoes.
Just potatoes. Country fried potatoes.
Okay.
Season them up, do the whole, the works. Throw them in the air fryer, get them nice and crispy, right?
Yeah.
Once they're done, I'm like, this is going to take a little bit. Once they're done, they're nice and hot, crispy. I'm like, I'm not going to eat these right now. I'm going to leave the door to the air fryer cracked a little bit so they can cool down, and I'll come back to them in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
I go and do my thing.
I'm predicting you forgot they were there.
I forgot they were there.
Sounds like
in
you.
15 minutes, forgot. So go about my day, do my normal stuff. And the next day.
Where does the Taco Bell come
Oh, Taco Bell's that night. Taco Bell's that night.
Okay.
After the potatoes.
After the potatoes.
All right.
So next day, I'm like, I'm hungry. I have Taco Bell. Let me cook that up. Let me put it in the air fryer. I go to the air fryer, open it up. There's my potatoes from 24 hours ago.
Yeah, what'd they look like?
Fine. They
look
normal.
Fine?
They look normal.
Did you eat them?
That's where the problem comes in.
That's what. Let me get to my story.
Did you eat them?
Let me get to my story. I'm like, well, how bad could it get?
In a day?
I get
Air fryer kills it.
Air fryer kills it, fellas. Stove kills it. Microwave kills it. Air fryer kills it.
Heat kills it
Heat kills it.
in general.
It being the bacteria. That's my go-to saying. So I'm like, oh, throw the Crunchwrap in there. Throw the Burrito Supreme in there. Put the air fryer back.
Wait, the hash browns are still in it?
Oh, they're still in there.
Oh, okay.
Press go. 5 minutes later, dump it out. Go to town.
Yeah, how'd your stomach feel?
Fine.
Huh.
I did have a headache the past 2 days. I don't know if that, I'm not saying that's what caused it, because it obviously isn't. But
Because you don't drink any water. Stay hydrated, fellas.
I do. I do.
You know,
Now I drink water.
You do now.
I didn't know he was our boyfriend.
Yeah. What are you doing? Stay hydrated. Drink water. Why do you have a headache? Drink water. This guy doesn't get headaches. Look at him.
Mountain Dew. Voltage.
So anyways, I just wanted to say, was I valid in what I did?
You know my opinion on that. I would say no, because it sat out without being in a container for a whole day.
My problem is the Taco Bell, actually. Reheated Taco Bell is like
I find
a bad choice.
But reheated.
Reheated Taco Bell is a bad choice.
Have you ever
put
had
it in
it?
the air fryer?
Have you had it?
Yeah, you haven't had it. I've had it a lot.
You shouldn't have it. It's a bad choice. I don't even want to talk about the 24 hours of country fried potatoes. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's
Because they're not like they're pretty good, but they're not worth waiting. They're not worth an illness. You know,
I wouldn't say there's an illness associated with it.
could have been.
It could have been.
Probably should have been.
It should have been.
Let me throw a disclaimer out for the pod. I've had much worse. There's been much worse that I've thrown in there. I think I'm accustomed to bad
I was gonna
stuff
say
being
maybe your
inside
immune
me.
system is
Sir.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause.
maybe you just built up an immunity.
That's what I'm saying.
That story's on the previous podcast as well. So
Yeah, if you want to check that out, please do.
yeah, you just have my opinion on it though. Now we have Tristan. So
All right. Well, Tristan, let's get into you.
Let's
Enough
get into
about
it.
us.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear about you. Tell us where you're from,
All right.
what you did at Midland,
what you did at
the
Brea.
works, what you did at Brea.
So
What are you doing now?
All right. I'm from Brea, California, which is a town of about 46,000 people near Anaheim and
I was
Disneyland.
like, don't sell it short like you're.
Orange County.
Orange County, just south of LA.
He's not from
All
some
right?
small town.
No. It's just
It's connected.
Orange County has more people in it than the state of Nebraska does. So, anyways,
For all you Nebraskans out there.
and I played basketball in high school. Came to Midland, played basketball on the JV team for 3 years. Graduated with my undergraduate degree in 3 years in exercise science and a minor in nutrition.
Mm.
And now I'm going to grad school at UNO for athletic training. I was going to go to grad school here, but, the program kind of got, canceled.
Next.
We like to give shout outs here. Not a shout out to Midland, to Matt.
That is a shout down.
Yeah, shout down.
No.
Shout in.
Shout in. Shout in.
It wasn't a shout up.
No, it's a shout. Shout in. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. Looking to go into athletic training and hopefully get a job after I graduate in 2 years from the master's program.
What you doing, gang? Oh, you want our questions, huh?
Well, I don't know why you took them away.
Guys, I'm getting nervous that our audio is not working, so I'm going to be checking that about 5 times a minute.
You can see half of it.
I'm scared. See, look, it looks like, oh, we're good.
It doesn't flow smoothly. It gives.
So, you talked about your Brea, California upbringing. For those of you who know Tristan, he's not the biggest fan of California.
No, I'm not.
Which, from anyone outside of California, you're kind of like, huh? Like, why?
Why?
What is the reason for this?
Well, let me tell a little bit of a story. Every time I meet somebody new here in Nebraska or anywhere, they're always like, "Oh, California, how do you like it? You going back after you're done?" And I'm like,
fuck no.
absolutely not going back. That's not happening because of a few reasons. There's too many people it's just in California in general.
Yeah.
Not a big traffic guy.
Not a big traffic guy. Not a big traffic guy. I mean, I can deal with it. Don't like it.
Right.
I hate it. First time flying back from here, freshman year. got stuck, or I'm sitting at the airport for 30, 45 minutes just standing outside on the curb because my mom can't get into the airport to pick me up because of
That's
traffic.
rough.
She was literally in traffic for 2 hours trying to pick me up. Yeah. So
We've all had some troubles picking people up from airports.
yes.
Head tap.
So,
Anyways,
Continue.
other than the people and the traffic, there's not many seasons there, and I like seasons. After coming here, I like the seasons and I like the weather to change. Whereas in California, the weather doesn't change. It's hot, it's warm, it's hot, it's semi nice, then it's hot again.
that's fair. I've been thinking about that. I cannot wait for fall.
Fall is gonna be so
I've been
nice.
getting fall TikToks. Like,
I can't wait for fall.
I wish
when
I was in
fall,
Colorado,
When fall
but
weather
that's all
comes,
right.
it's gonna be so nice.
There is something to be said about the old sweatpants, sweatshirt, and being comfortable.
Yeah.
Like outside, inside, at pretty much any like clothes or temperature. That is.
The past week
Has
or
been
so has been terrible.
It was nothing like last year though. You remember last summer?
Oh.
It was freaking.
Well, I
100
wasn't.
like
I wasn't.
It was like 110 for like
Yeah.
a
I
week
wasn't
and a
here.
half.
I wasn't here last summer
Oh
when that
my
was.
gosh.
Well, no, even that first week when I was back,
First
it was
back.
still that.
It's,
All my Swanson people know. And Fremont. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Swanson basement at 9:30 today. Probably 95, 100% humidity. Like, what are we doing?
No AC. AC not turned on or what?
Swanson's about 200 years old, so they don't
Remember-
know. They don't
remember
know
when-
AC.
Remember we had that flood in the classroom. In
Oh
chemistry
yeah,
class?
yeah. Last year, me and Tristan had chemistry.
We're just sitting there.
First day of second semester.
Yeah. Now,
And
granted, there was a big snowstorm before.
Huge
snowstorm. Tons of snow on the roof.
so they're like,
a few feet of snow.
we're
Yeah.
gonna turn the heater on. They turn the heater on from the corner of the classroom, and it just starts water falling.
And there was a computer. The classroom computer's sitting right next
Right,
to the
yeah,
right
it's
under.
just going right on the computer, just dripping straight on. One of the funnier things I've ever seen.
The teacher wasn't in the classroom. It was one of the students that went to
Oh
turn
yeah,
it
he wasn't
on.
like, we're all like, yo, is someone
Yo,
gonna move it?
Someone's gonna move the computer, and you guys like, oh shit.
I'll throw the video in there if I get to editing.
That's not.
That's
Gonna
It's
happen.
not gonna happen. I'd like
There will never be an edit on this podcast. I hope you're not hoping for one.
it won't happen.
Unless we start making revenue, then maybe we'll throw.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll spend like 5 more minutes.
Also, quick plug to Canes. Give us a fundraiser. Or there's a Canes fundraiser that they're hosting.
Oh.
So.
no, it says contact a manager
Oh yeah.
if you want to host a fundraiser.
would
Could we
love
do
to.
that for like our tuition? Fundraising for us.
NIL.
I don't know.
At
Fundraising
Canes.
for us to edit our video. Canes,
Canes, please give us the sponsorship.
we like your chicken and your sauce
Love it.
and your root beer.
I like the sayings when you
Love
go
it.
up to order. Yo,
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 yo.
you want some chicken to go?
What's the other one?
Hey, want some chicken today?
Yeah.
There's one more. I feel
There's
like.
one more. Can't think of it right now.
Chicken, chicken, chicken. Which combo you pick?
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on now. Well.
That explains how many times we've been to Canes.
More than enough.
While we were back on your California, let's go ahead and pivot to what you call a waterfall.
It's not a waterfall. It's a birdie.
Whoa.
You
Let's
want me to
backtrack.
demonstrate?
If we were saying like a waterfall, we mean
show you.
ingesting. Oh yeah, we'll get a live demonstration. See how Baxter drinks the Mountain Dew without touching his lips to the can.
In the good old Orange County, we call that a birdie.
That is not a birdie. That's a waterfall.
That is a
And I
birdie.
think the entire United States outside of Orange County calls it that.
If any of you Orange Countyers are watching, shout me out. It's called a birdie.
You know, we actually had a little bit of a foreign audience according to our analytics.
yeah.
So we had 22% outside the country watching. Fun fact.
Yep.
So
Do you know where outside the country?
I would say
Your mom.
my parents.
Okay.
Other than that,
and then
don't
people
know.
at Midland maybe that are
Yeah,
have
maybe like location outside the country.
Like
Have
they
their
came
location
here
for,
and
like,
they're
Canada
located-
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Okay.
So shout out the hockey players if you're watching, because it's only you guys.
Oh,
And Jeremy.
And then we're gonna also move on to what we call a plastic tub.
A plastic tote.
See, that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows a tub that you store anything in.
Like clothes,
help.
like a
Yeah, you-
plastic clothes bin.
A little bin, a tub, plastic.
Plastic tote.
Everyone,
A tote
everyone,
bag.
If
give
you
us a little
look at-
comment. A tote is a bag.
No.
Give us
no.
waterfall or birdie in the comments, or tote or tub.
But if you look up plastic tote on the internet, it comes.
If you look up tub, that shows up though.
Okay.
But
if
plastic
you look
tote.
Up, if you look up orange and purple zebra, that's going to come up. My point being,
On
if
your
you
head,
look
buddy.
up something specific,
yeah.
it will come up.
If you look up a birdie, it probably will come up.
No, it'll come
If
up
you
with
look
a
up
bird.
birdie, there's no way on
bird.
planet Earth a person shows up drinking water like that. There's no way.
There's no way.
A birdie?
Oh, I hate to digress.
Okay.
Anyways.
I don't want to get down this line. We're already at 15 minutes. I want to be able to export this this podcast. You mentioned your athletic training field, how you are going into that at Omaha. Now, we usually have a Google form that we like our people to fill out. You mentioned that you would have liked to be a sports broadcaster in your younger days and transition to more of a medical side.
Yeah.
So what made you choose, if you can think of a specific moment or maybe chronically, what made you choose this more?
Chronologically?
Yeah, what I say, chronically?
Yeah.
I'm already in the medical field.
already.
Chronologically.
I'm pretty sure I heard chronically like 10 times today. So chronologically, what made you choose that medical side over?
So
broadcasting?
I'll just give my background on broadcasting real quick. I went to 3 camps at UCLA for full week camps where we did sports broadcasting.
Shout out Johnny Juzang.
Okay.
Shout out Bill Walton, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Go ahead.
All right.
Broadcaster from UCLA.
We did like just exercises and like stuff about broadcasting. We met with a bunch of we listened to a bunch of guest speakers on that were broadcasters and stuff like that. And I loved it, but I soon realized that most of the time you had to be a professional athlete to get into broadcasting. And I wasn't going to be a professional athlete.
Oh,
Look at me.
You sold yourself short.
Me. Look how skinny I am.
Yeah, but look at your high calf insertions.
And look at your chest.
You
My
should be
chest-
bouncy.
Yeah, you're right, but
You
I'm
should
not.
bench press 245.
Anyways, so then I transitioned. In high school, we had to take an elective throughout high school, and I was like, oh, let me try this one freshman year. It was called medical careers. In that class, we learned.
That sounds real hard. If I was a freshman, I would have chose like PE. like
No,
I chose weightlifting. I chose weights class.
hey,
like that sounds hard.
but-
medical careers.
But in our high school, if you were doing sports for 2 years, you didn't have to do PE.
is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I was
Didn't
like, I
have
would've done
to.
it regardless.
No.
Well, we
but
had to do swimming. We had to do swimming in PE, and I can't swim. So
But all
That was out.
the other states, it seems like you have to do PE and sports.
We didn't have PE at all. We had an elective. We had an athletic period actually. Shout out Texas.
Yeah,
Being
Texas,
great.
Yeah. So I took the medical careers class. Let's get back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we learned about a bunch of medical careers, obviously.
Work email.
And our athletic trainer at our high school was the teacher for that class. And he, towards the end of the year, he talked to us about his program where he has student aides who help him in the training room and at football games and stuff like that. Athletic training student aides, not aides. Okay.
He was giving students AIDS in the training room.
Stop.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
You can see my
What's his name?
smile.
What's his name? We got to get him out of
I'm
here.
not giving you his name.
Brea Olinda High School. Go ahead and check out who it was about 6 years ago, giving students AIDS.
Chill
Are
out.
you
Chill
for
out.
real?
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have to do editing.
You gotta bleep that.
Okay. Anyways.
Can't say AIDS on YouTube.
Can't say it. Anyways.
Is that
Okay.
against it?
So I
We get a
applied
strike.
to be a student intern. There, we'll use intern.
Perfect.
And I did that, and I did that for a year. I did that for actually 3 years, and I loved it, and I fell in love with the profession of athletic training. And then that's how I got into the medical field. I was still deciding between physical therapy and athletic training.
That's what I was gonna get at.
When I came to Midland, and but I knew that there was a 3+2 program.
That's
here.
the big thing. There was.
Was.
However, Midland did help you out decently.
Nick Dinan, shout out Nick Dinan.
Shout out Nick. Nick, please get me a job in Colorado Springs, by the way.
Nick Dinan helped me get into UNO, so that was really helpful.
Shout out Nick Dinan.
Shout out Nick Dinan.
Well, good. I'm glad we got that covered. Going a little more deeper into this, we also asked a few like deep questions about you.
Yeah.
And you mentioned we had a question of like what makes a good relationship, what makes a good friend, stuff like that. You mentioned loyalty.
Loyalty. You want me
What is loyalty? What is loyalty to you, and why? Why is that so important?
Loyalty to me is just being there for somebody when they need it, and being there like all the time, not like being there sometimes and then
consistent,
being absent other times. So it's consistently being there as a friend or as a partner. And like loyalty is, to me, it's more like what's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't know the word.
Ooh, we stumped him. Mr.
It's like
Unstumpable.
being loyal and interested in myself and my interests as well. So like,
so it's all about you, huh?
no, but it goes both ways.
I agree.
It goes both ways. You have to trust. If I can.
Are
trust
you just
in
saying the word caring about what's going on in your life?
Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, caring.
I
So
was looking for a more intricate word.
yeah, I
That's
was,
all right.
but like if
I'm like first grade reading. I get the job done though.
and it does go both ways. So and it's just important to me with like friendships and relationships like that. So
Interesting. Go ahead.
Are you single?
yeah, I am single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies. Tristan Montera. We might throw in the ad on the edit.
We'll throw in the hey, if I edit, that'll be the reason why.
We might throw that in.
And
But
leave out the previous 5 minutes.
Tristan Montera. Hit him up, ladies.
Hit him up. Hit him in the DMs. None of you law people. We don't want you.
Especially from Nebraska, Lincoln.
Ugh. Here's another question. Do you think you can have a functioning relationship or friendship with the absence of loyalty?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think that there can be a happy medium where they're loyal to two things? Maybe you have a conflict with someone else, and they're the medium in that conflict. Can they be loyal to both sides?
I think it's possible as long as you don't like if. Well, let's do a hypothetical situation.
Let's
do it. So if you had a problem with me,
right,
but Baxter didn't.
Yeah, so he's the medium.
So he.
I'm cool with both of
He
y'all.
can- Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he doesn't bring if he's with me or hanging out with me and he doesn't I don't know, bring you
Like
up
clearly
or,
pick a side and cold shoulder one of you just
Yeah.
because.
like that's being loyal to something, to both people. Like just because there is a problem between two people doesn't mean you can't be loyal to them in their own way. You don't have to be loyal
I
to
completely agree.
both of them at the same time, but you can be loyal to them in your own way.
That's a great answer.
Seeing that's all fun and games. Do you really get put in that situation?
Yeah, I do.
and then they get mad because you didn't
Yeah.
pick their side specifically.
Yeah, that happens more often
Than it
recently
should,
than
yeah.
it should.
It does happen a lot. Continuing on, you said you enjoy watching, or in your free time, some of your hobbies. Now I know some of these, like golf. We all know Tristan plays golf. If you follow him on Snapchat, he's posting it every time. It's the only time he posts on Snapchat is when he's playing golf. What else did you say? You said
Video games.
golf, video games,
And then this
and
one.
crime TV shows.
Yeah.
Since when?
Big crime TV
I've
show.
Since
always watched
when?
crime TV shows.
I've never seen you watch
I've
a
been
crime
watching
TV
crime
show.
TV shows since college. Since
That's
before
not
college.
true.
What was the first one you watched freshman year?
Called The Blacklist.
Okay,
You
I
started
remember.
that
I remember
freshman
that.
year?
No, I remember watching
Oh,
that.
you still
what,
watch
what
it?
was after?
I'm not still watching it. It's over now.
What was
there was a
after-
new season that just came out recently that I watched last spring. That's over now.
What else have you watched besides The Blacklist?
I've watched a little bit of NCIS.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, he hasn't.
But that was at home over a summer.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
no
did
wonder.
watch it. I'm currently watching one called The Mentalist.
That's a crime show.
It is a crime show. This
didn't know
guy,
that.
this
You
guy.
ever read the book, The Mentalist?
No.
It's not about the book.
Have you read the book?
No.
Did I mention that to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
I
about
thought
this
it- yeah.
guy who's plays like he's he can read minds and stuff like that, but he's helping he can't really read minds, but he's helping a called the CBI, not the FBI, but the CBI, the
The
California
CBI.
Bureau of Investigation.
Bad show.
I hate this show already.
Bad
And
show.
he helps him solve murders. He helps him solve murders by
You can't hear
Which
it.
one is it?
It's the huh?
he helps him solve murders by reading people's minds and like okay, all right, but yeah, he helps him. Okay, all right.
Needs to be closer. We need a remote so that way
Yeah.
he can't see it coming. Gotcha. Is that one right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We know our keys now. Anyways, I feel like we cut you off at some point.
Yeah, you were just
Yeah,
explaining
were
the show.
explaining the
the
mental.
planning a show. Yeah, he helps. He like reads people and like their actions and their behaviors and helps the unit solve murders.
Sounds like Criminal Minds.
It's pretty similar.
Well, I
to
feel like
Criminal
all
Minds.
those shows are like
Yeah.
relatively the same.
Yeah.
You ever watch Scorpion? I know you did. Same thing.
Not
Yeah,
really
yeah.
crime,
It was-
though, but like I guess
Like, it
they were
could've been
solving some
crime.
crimes.
It
Yeah.
could have been crime or
Yeah.
like natural disaster or something. But
A lot of natural disasters.
like, my goodness, like, people
You'd never think,
trapped
yeah.
in like
You'd never
water-filled
think
caves.
you'd never think you'd get trapped in a water-filled cave and have to save someone from from the bottom of a lake that's
Yeah.
stuck in like a
And you had to,
like
you had to make-
landslide at the
you-
same
like
time.
ammonium, like I don't know.
Great show though. Big fan of Scorpion.
But as I was getting to, I feel like every episode is so predictable. Like I was
Well, it
probably
has to
8
be.
when I started
It
watching
has
it,
to be.
and by episode 3, I'm like, they're gonna get a call, they're gonna solve this thing. Walter's weird ass is gonna
That's
Say
try to
something
make
that
a
makes
move
someone
to,
mad.
or,
That's what-
yeah, he's gonna try to like awkwardly make a,
a
move
lot
on
of
what's her name.
a lot of the crime shows are like one scenario, one crime they have to show each episode.
Yeah,
Now they all sometimes most of them have like a underlying story behind it.
Yeah.
But like it's always like one specific case they're trying to solve each episode.
now Tristan.
Yeah.
Do you have something to say?
No, I was gonna say let's move on from crime shows.
Oh yeah, I was.
I was gonna give the transfer.
Okay.
What's that called? Transition.
Transition. Now we are well traveled individuals.
Yeah, we
and
are.
You have accompanied us on
Yep.
a lot of them.
2 spring break
Two
trips.
Two spring break trips.
Bring what? Bring break? Is that what you just said?
Spring break.
We'll review that in the footage.
I think it said bring break.
We'll review that. 2 spring break trips. Which, by the way, if you check Colbin Barney on YouTube, you can find the vlog. You can find some vlogs to him.
Some good fun facts in there. By the
Another
way.
quick
Yeah,
plug.
we made like what 3, 2,
Two are up. I've made 3.
Yeah, and then we had a bad experience and we stopped doing them from there on.
What was that bad experience, Tristan?
Vermilion
dude,
Cliffs.
tell us the Vermilion story.
Vermilion. All right. I'll tell the story from my end.
This will be our last thing.
Yeah, this will be our last thing. We'll pitch in a little bit. We'll try to let you just go here though by yourself.
Okay, so Vermilion Cliffs is, we found these beautiful pictures of what's called the wave.
The wave.
Look up the wave on
wave.
on YouTube or on
Beautiful
Safari.
pictures.
For those of you who have lunch in the, or if you have not Warrior Bucks, but if you have money in the cafeteria, there's definitely a picture of the wave on one of the TVs that is up in the calf.
So
That's how we discovered.
So we wanted to find the wave at this monument, right? So that's why we decided to go here on our spring break trip. It was one of our stops after the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
So we were going there later in the day, right? We pull up. There's no really gate to welcome us in. It's just a chain link fence
Now this
By
is
a
a
guy's-
national monument.
by a guy's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we see the sign. We're like,
his house and like ranch. He's got a few animals just roaming around.
Yeah.
yeah. We see the sign. We're like, okay, well, let's just go. We might come up to a, like a building or something, a guest, whatever it's called. But so we're driving and then the road turns to a dirt road. Dirt road. And dirt road. And we're in Baxter's little Nissan Sentra. Yeah.
Nissan Sentra.
On this dirt road, okay? So we're going up the dirt road, and we see a sign that says, I don't know, parking or something to the right. So we, went to the right. There was nothing over there. We come back down to the road. We're like, maybe we'll go farther. We'll see some signs about some hiking stuff. So we keep going. We really don't see nothing, really, to be honest.
Mind you, it's like 5 p.m.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark.
5 p.m. in spring.
In the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
have an hour of sunlight.
Yeah,
until 6:30.
We hadn't hit daylight savings yet, and so so we keep driving. We come across this parking lot with a little shack bathroom, and we're like, oh, we could park here and hike in. We see a sign that has a map. We're like, oh, let's follow the map. Now, granted, me personally, I was like, maybe we shouldn't hike this when we don't know where we're going.
That was Tristan the entire trip. You guys go.
But we were already in Vermilion. We literally hadn't seen anything, and we were like,
and plus, if we turn
we have an
around,
hour and a
it's
half.
still- we're probably in the middle of this road.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, yeah.
Not
Let's.
sure.
So we look at the sign. Did we take a picture of the sign to see the map, or did we just?
No, we did not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
We had our Google Maps. It would update as we moved, but we were completely out of service. So it was kind of just like a grayish screen.
Now,
and you could kind of
shout out to Google Maps for putting parking location on. That really helped us.
big clutch.
Clutch.
Yeah,
We might
Bluetooth
not
to
be
my
making
car.
this
That was a
podcast.
big play.
Yeah.
Big play.
Big play. Anyways, so we continue on the hike on what we thought was the path. I mean, there was a path at one point. We lost the path.
One of those
trail
primitive
markers-
trails.
The trail markers are probably about a mile apart from each other, and they're literally just posts.
And it's a 2.5 mile trip.
Yeah.
So you see 2 of them. That's it.
So we get lost because we don't know where the trail's at. And we end up in this area that looks like it could be where we're at. Possibly. We have no idea where
Looks
we're going.
nothing like the internet. Just an absolute disappointment.
It looks cool though. Like I'd say it's still cool, but it's
Not
not like,
when your
but it's not like-
expectations were the internet.
Yeah.
oh my god.
So, but we end up there with maybe 30 minutes of sunlight left.
It was probably about 6.
It was almost setting behind like the nearby hills basically where we
So
were.
we were like, okay, if we follow back the way we came, we might make it by dark or just a little bit after dark. We couldn't find where we came. We tried. Pause. We couldn't find where we we couldn't find where we the trail was that we took to get there. So we went down probably okay.
All we did was walk due
walked
west
due west
towards
our
the car. That was it.
That was all we decided to do.
Mind you, it's also pitch black. We're using our flashlights, and there's a fucking canyon in the middle.
no,
of it.
but-
At any point, we could fall about 30 feet.
But what about the part where we went down that rock face?
Yeah, we just get to
Oh,
the top
yeah.
of this really steep hill basically, but
And
it's
we're like-
it's a good 60 feet tall,
And
and
we're
we're
like,
like, well, we can't
we
go
can't.
around it now.
We go down, and when we look up, and you took that picture of it, and we're like, we just climbed down that, and that was, yeah. So we continue walking due west, and it's pitch black. You know, we're avoiding trees, going down these cliffs, cactus. Didn't we come across a river?
Yes.
was in the
No, that was in the
No,
car.
But wasn't there a little like
There was a line.
it
like
was
a ravine
There was
or
like
something?
a woods,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
swamp area.
swamp
Yeah.
area? Yeah. We come across that, and we're like, we're not making it across
Yeah.
this. We made it across. We continued due west towards where the Google Maps said where the
Shout
car's
out.
at. We eventually made it to the little creek bed. Remember the creek bed that we followed on the way there, and then we
Yep.
made it, and we
That was
got
a hype moment.
That was-
we were so
wow.
hyped because we were like, oh, the creek bed. We found where we need to go. We made it back.
And we get to an all-time high.
Yep, we're like, yes.
We're on top of the world.
Real quick, Tristan left this out at the beginning. When we're driving into the
Yes.
monument, Colbin, the road was like a dirt rock road with a lot of bumps.
It was a very off-trail road.
Yeah,
off-roading.
off-roading for sure. In my little car, so he hit the bottom of the car on the road, and part of the oil cover fell off. So it's been dragging on the bottom of the road.
I had forgotten that was before we hiked. I thought it was after.
No, that was before.
He
did
broke
that.
it before we hiked,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh, it's no big deal." Like I looked at it; it was just the oil cover, so it wasn't like anything serious.
So we get back to the car, and we had a decision to make. We either go back the way we came,
For a
10
3.5 hour drive now.
or we go through the other way, hoping,
Not sure where to go.
not sure where to go, hoping that there's not a gate over there that's locked or anything.
That way, it's only 2 hours or
Yeah.
2.5, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's like 8:39.
Yeah,
at
it's
this point.
it's pitch black. Yeah, no service still. So we decide to go through the park because we're like, we need to make it shorter. We're done with this. We need to go shorter. So we're continuing along. The thing's still dragging on the bottom. So we go like 15 miles per hour.
And the road's getting way worse at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like my car's getting stuck on just dirt.
Yeah, and we come to our lowest point ever in this trip. We're driving. The headlights show a little river running across the road, and our hearts just sank.
Are you serious?
Really bad moment.
Really
in
bad
like
moment.
in like our, I mean, scariest moment. I was like, well, now we have a 4-hour drive instead of.
Yeah.
I could have cried in that moment.
So I get out.
We park. We're like,
We're parked. Let's go see
I was
how
like, let's
deep
go look at
is.
it.
I get out. I go in. It's like 3 inches deep.
Yes.
We're like, yes.
but like you don't understand. 3 inches is a lot.
Maybe it was.
When we were sitting in the car,
Oh yeah.
3 inches looked like 6 feet. I mean, it could have been a full river. Like it was like flowing a
I've
little
heard
bit
that
too.
one
I mean,
before.
just
So we get across the river. I get back in the car. We continue on the drive, going our
road gets worse.
road gets even worse.
It's
More-
just sand now, so we're just like scooping. It's like a shovel. This oil pan is a shovel,
Yeah.
scooping
And
up
we,
sand.
we didn't have anything to cut it off, or
Nope.
we probably should have like tied it somehow, but we didn't. We just wanted to get
and-
on the highway.
and we were starving.
yeah,
I forgot to add that in.
We hadn't eaten like
Yeah.
probably 8 hours.
And so we finally get out of the park, get to the road, and we're all like, we take a big deep breath on this road and we continue on our way. We stop and get Wendy's. That Wendy's was delicious.
good Wendy's.
St. George Wendy's, shout out.
Nope, it wasn't St. George Wendy's. It was in some random.
It was
ass
way
town.
before that. We got it like right away. We
You
still
were
had,
you were like dead asleep.
Oh, I passed out probably 2 seconds after we hit the paved road.
and mind you, oil cover's still dragging on the
Yeah,
highway
yeah.
as we're going 75 down the road, and I was like, well,
But we get to St. George, and then the next day we cut the oil pan off by getting some like
liar type things.
weren't they like shears? Like
Yeah. Like some
like-
mini shears.
Yeah.
yeah. At Walmart in St. George, and then the rest of the trip was good after that.
What a terrible day.
That was an awful day.
But
Hey.
great story.
Ended
Yeah.
ended the blog.
Yeah.
No, we vlogged the next day, but I didn't. I
Oh.
wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna post that.
Oh, okay.
It's like 30 minutes.
Of us just complaining about
Yeah,
that
pretty
exact
much,
story.
Pretty much.
So
yeah.
if you want to watch that again,
It's on my iPad. Just
let us
let
know.
me know.
He'll post it.
I'll post it for you.
Yeah.
Well, Tristan.
Any final thoughts?
No, I just thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do it again sometime.
Oh,